Welcome back to the We Care podcast. I'm Jordan Vaughn, nurse practitioner.
And I'm Molly Cooey, RN at We Care. Today we are going to dive into one of our most requested topics, peptides. So if you've been hearing friends and family mention BPC, TB500, NAD, and you've been thinking to yourselves, what the heck are these people talking about? Then this episode is for you. We are going to break down what peptides are, how they work, and why they have become so prominent in functional medicine.
Yes. So let's just start off really simple. Peptides are short chains of amino acids or proteins, and they basically signal your body to do a response or have a response. I tell my patients they're kind of like text messages. So they're telling your body what to do, that like burn fat. They're gonna, some of them help your sexual function. Some of them help repair tissues. Some of them help increase your energy. There's so many different functions that these little tiny amino acids can do, and they're so versatile. They don't override your natural system, so that's one of the good things. They just enhance them. They're so powerful, and they're so safe, and they're really, really effective.
Right. And just like you were talking about, there's so many types. Mm-hmm. Peptides for healing, recovery, sexual health, even beauty. So, Jordan, tell me what made you bring peptides on at We Care?
Well, the effectiveness, number one. Number two, I was able to use them with my husband. When I first heard about peptides, one of our reps was talking about it, and he basically was like, John tore his rotator cuff many years ago, and he had surgery, and he basically couldn't lift his arm more than here. And he told us, have you tried BPC 157? I'm like, what the heck is BPC 157? I'm from, the hospital world. I've never heard of this. And it was really just becoming popular then. And so we decided that we had to try it. If it works so well, we wanted to try it. So we did a couple of rounds of the BPC 157 with John, and within that 12 weeks, he had full range of motion from his rotator cuff tear. And there's so many people that can tell you he had major limited range of motion. Mm-hmm. He could not do anything above his head, and he was in the gym working out full function. So that was incredible. And I was like, okay, I've got to learn more about these. And we went to a peptide conference in Texas, and I got certified in peptides. So that's originally why I did it. And then just how versatile they are. I mean, you have the BPC 157 that helps with recovery. You have the CJC 1295 and ipamorelin, and that's going to help stimulate natural growth hormone. You have NAD, and that's going to help with energy production. And there's so many more out there, and that's why I wanted to bring them on.
Right. It's kind of wild how versatile the peptides have been able to be. It's like nature's own targeted little medicine.
Yes.
So, do you remember when your brother tore his bicep?
Yes. So that has been about a year now, and he had to go into surgery pretty quickly after the tear because it was so significant. And I mean, they were preparing him for limited range of motion and all the things, and this 12-week recovery and not being able to go to work. And he was like, I can't not go to work. And I was like, okay, you remember that little peptide that John tried? We have got to try that on you. So he was game for it, and we started immediately after his surgery. He had his 4-week follow-up, the first time that the surgeon had seen him since he had the surgery. And the surgeon was like, what have you been doing? Because we've not started PT yet. We've done nothing, and you seem to be fully recovered. And he told him that he had done the BPC 157 with the TB500, and he was just absolutely mind blown. So, I mean, that just kind of speaks to how well these little powerhouse tools work. And another reason why we just had to get them into We Care.
Right.
Molly, I just kind of want to know what you've heard from patients or yourself on peptides.
So, heard a lot of things from other patients, but I will say one of the biggest stories that I have on peptides is also, family member. So my husband, he has really been on a wellness journey this past year.
He's done amazing.
He's really worked hard, exercising more, eating right. He's been working with a nutritional and fitness coach. Really proud of him for all the changes that he's made. But he was doing all of these things, eating correctly, working out, following all of these recommendations, and was losing weight, but still had really stubborn belly fat going on. And so he got with you, and you put him on the CJC 1295 Ipamorelin blend. And he did a round of that. And I think just between that time frame when he went back in for a check-in with the health coach, he was down 9% body fat, which is amazing. His health coach was, impressed. Ray was impressed. He's looking great in his clothes. He's feeling so much better. And he just raves about that to anyone who will listen.
That one picture that y'all posted was pretty incredible. He's I think I might see some abs.
He's getting there. What about, have you been using any of the peptides? What's a personal response that you've experienced?
Yes. So my biggest thing has always been energy. I feel like I lack energy. It really goes to, back to my thyroid and having it removed. So I was like, I have got to try this NAD. Everybody talks about, NAD this, So I was like, I have to try this. So I started the NAD. Within probably 4 weeks, I noticed a huge energy increase. So NAD was the first one that I ever tried. And then I got on the CJC 1295 Ipamorelin blend as well. And y'all know that I started trying to lose a little bit of weight, trim up. I was exercising. I was doing all the things, but I wasn't really seeing an increase in my muscle mass until I started that. And I did lose body fat. I had gotten back up to my pregnancy weight. I was 207 pounds, and now I'm down to 168. And the only thing that I have done differently is peptides and exercise. Well, and eating better, eating a lot cleaner, cutting my sugars and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I've always thought you looked great, but I remember when you really started kind of hitting everything hard and focusing on that. And when you sent that photo, I think it was from inside your closet or something that one day in the group text, I was amazed. It was awesome.
And I will say peptides for sure. That was the only thing I did. Everybody was like, did you do the weight loss drugs? Did you do this? And no, I didn't. It was just peptides.
That's awesome.
You had a little bout with some peptides and you weren't real sure about it. So tell us about that.
Yes. So you recommended I tried the Glow Stack.
Yes.
And so that's a mix of the BPC 157, TB 500, GHK copper, and KPV.
Yes.
Got all that right. So I did it for the full 4-week cycle and was like, I remember coming to you and I was just like, I don't really know that I noticed much of a change in anything. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to continue that. And you were like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. And I think it was about 2 weeks later, I could feel some inflammation in my joints. And I have autoimmune disease. But I also had a hair appointment at that point in time, and my hairdresser could not get over the amount of hair growth I'd had between my appointments. And I was like, maybe this guy was doing more for me than I thought. Mm-hmm. So I immediately went back to the office, got another vial, started the injections again, and really within a few days, I could already feel that inflammation decrease. And I was like, yeah, this was definitely doing something for me.
Yes.
So let's touch a little bit on safety, because I know that's going to be a big concern of people, to make sure they understand not all peptides are created equal.
Exactly. Peptides, you see them all over online. You can get them anywhere. You really want to make sure that you are getting them from a credible source. They're not all regulated, so you do want to make sure that you're going through a medical provider, or just making sure that they are coming from, a regulated, clean facility and that they are dosed properly. So if you get it from a website and you have no clue how to dose it, you're probably not getting it from a reputable place. You need to be educated on those scenarios.
Right. So. Which has been really big for us, making sure to educate all of our patients, proper dose, proper storage, what to expect from the peptides.
Right. We don't want to just make a quick sale. We want to make sure that our patients are taken care of. We don't want a quick fix. We want a full wellness plan. And that's what we focus on here at We Care, taking care of you fully and completely. So we are going to make sure that you are on the right peptide. We are going to make sure that it fits with all the other things that you're doing.
So, Jordan, what would be the biggest takeaway you want people to get from this episode today?
That it's all about optimization. We're not trying to change your body. We want to optimize how your body naturally works. So that's the biggest takeaway. And that peptides are not just for bodybuilders or not just for athletes. It can be for busy moms. It can be for, busy dads. It can be for overweight. It can be for underweight. The only thing that we don't treat here at We Care is, pediatrics. So it wouldn't be for your teenager, but we could definitely do your full family, your mom, your grandma, anyone. We can definitely consult with them and get them going.
That's awesome. Well, that's going to be a wrap on Peptides 101. We hope this helped you understand a little bit more about why we are so excited about these.
And on the next episode, we're going to be talking about hormone health and longevity and how to balance your body from the inside out.
So make sure to follow We Care Health and Wellness on all the socials, share and subscribe to our channel, and we can't wait to see you next time. And don't forget that at the end of the day,
we care.